guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my college advice video. So I'm just going to give you some advice that I feel like will help you on your journey throughout college. So I am a rising junior, so I have 2 more years left. So happy. Well, 1 more year after this year, because I'm not going to count this year. I'm going to count the year after. But yeah. So I'm just going to give you some advice, some things that I've been through that I feel you could learn from. 7 major tips that I feel that everybody should kind of follow by when attending or watch out for, stuff like that. So before we get started into my tips, I am going to enter in just a small video clip of it's a combined video of my freshman and sophomore year. So I'm just going to insert them here and you can watch it.
That's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. Oh, it's a vibe, and that's a vibe. And that's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. She wanna vibe. That's a vibe, yeah.
Niggas to realize they ain't about shit in real life, and that's something I had to realize. I had to recognize it. They see me winning and know they don't like it. And stop the plane, man, I cannot complain. I left.
Oh, yeah.
She say she doing it weird. She wanna sit in my chair, but she can never.
Right. Yeah. I say bounce that shit like whoa. Yeah. Bounce that shit like whoa. This is not a fairy tale. I already know how you like it. Take you to the mall and get you a new outfit. Hey, whoa. Heard all of the stories about you. I already know.
So my very first tip is know what you came for. You came to school for a reason. It's not just, you're not just there to just chill with people on a daily basis. Like, well, you came, first of all, you came to get education. You came to further your education. If you're not going to take it seriously, then don't go. Because it's something that you're paying for. Even if you get a scholarship, you worked hard, you earned that scholarship. Don't let it go to waste. Because it's something that you could never get back. I live in Georgia, so I have my freshman year starting off from high school. I was able to get the Hope Scholarship. Well, some stuff happened in my freshman year, so I lost my Hope Scholarship. You never really realize how much you value certain things until you lose it. So when I lost my Hope Scholarship, I was like, oh, school is really expensive. And it's just a lot of unnecessary worrying and a lot of unnecessary worrying that you wouldn't have to do if you would have just stayed focused from the beginning. So stay focused, get good grades. You don't need to do all of that, like go on academic probation. It's not worth it. Just go to class, turn in your work. I'm not saying you have to make all A's, but if you're on scholarship, make your grades to keep the scholarship. If you aren't going to do anything else, if you have a scholarship, make the grades to keep it. If you don't have a scholarship and your parents are paying, respect that they paying for your stuff. Respect that they're paying for your school, so then you should therefore make good grades because you're not paying for it. And if you are paying for it, why waste your money failing classes when it's a lot of money. So just something to think about. Tip number 2, housing. Okay, so my freshman year I didn't really have this problem. I was staying in the dorms that I liked. Like they were okay, and that's because in high school or over the summer before going to my freshman year when I did my housing, I was on it. Like, hey, give me this $50 application fee. I'm doing it. I'm turning it in because I need to be somewhere good. Because I knew I wasn't trying to stay in places that had community bathrooms, or you don't technically have your own room. You got like 2 other beds in there. You wake up and you looking at somebody in their face. Like, I didn't want one of those rooms, so I was on it. So the dorm that I had was, you go into the room. On one side is the bathroom with 2 sinks. On the other side is it's a door. You open it, it's the toilet and the shower. Then on one side is one room, on the other side is the other room. So even though we're still in one room together, it's still this big thick wall separating us. So when I wake up, I don't have to look at you in the morning. And then me and my roommate, we eventually got like a curtain put up. So when she do go to the bathroom, she don't have to look on my side of the room. It was kind of like that. And I actually like that because I'm only sharing a room with her. It just wasn't bad at all. The only thing I can say is me and my roommate kind of had a situation my freshman year. And it wasn't like, first of all, it was childish. But as you think about it, it's kind of like you're still growing as a person. So stuff that you do, that you did in the past, you look back at it and you be like, So it was just a misunderstanding. I just felt like she kind of played too much and didn't take some stuff serious that I would take serious. So yeah. And another thing, like, my side of the like sink area would be messy, but it wasn't like a dirty messy. It's because I had a lot of makeup and I did my hair every day, so my curling irons and stuff that I use on a day-to-day basis would just be on the counter. But it would be like, my bathroom area is different. Like, far as like showers and everything, I do not like for that to be dirty. No. So when she washed her hair, it would still be hair in the shower, and it would be some on the counters of the sink, and that's fine because you wipe it off as you go. But to be in the shower where you have to go and clean yourself, for it to just be on the floor, like, it was just too much for me. And I made it through. Like, I wasn't one of those people that like change roommates. But so it wasn't like a big deal, but it still kind of mattered. So another tip, another like side notes tip, is to, when you get your roommate, come to an understanding, come to an agreement, understand what you guys have, so that there won't be any complications, there won't be any confusions. Just come to a common ground. My tip number 3 would be having a car. Okay. So I'm not saying I know everybody's financial status, because you don't. I am one of those. Okay, so first of all, in high school, I didn't get my permit when I was 15. I didn't get my license when I was 16. So it's not like I was able to get my permit, then 16 when I get my license, my parents have a car for me. It wasn't like that. And even though I did work, well, I didn't work till like my junior year, like the end of my junior year. But even though I was working, like, I wasn't thinking about a car at that time. Because in high school, it still didn't matter. Like, because if I had one friend that drove, I would ride with them. Or sometimes I would get dropped off. Or that's when I went places. Or my friend, her mom would take me places. It would just be like that. So I didn't really think about it then. However, getting to college was definitely like getting around college, just going to parties and trying to go to the mall and do stuff that you can't do on campus. It was a struggle. Like, for instance, so my campus has a like shuttle, like a bus that runs to area like your Target, Kroger area to get groceries. It takes you to the mall and then it takes you to Walmart. However, that bus comes every hour. So if you're trying to go, like a lot of kids would get money, like Walmart transfers, get money transfers from Walmart from their parents. Then they would try to go to the mall. So you got 1 hour to go to the mall, Walmart. You get dropped off. You got to wait a whole nother hour for it to pick you back up. Then you got to wait a whole nother hour just to go back to the mall to when it's going to drop you off. Like, it was just too much. And I was like, you know what? What takes 3 hours by bus takes hour, 30 minutes by car. Like, it was just too much. And then doing stuff like, you're not, okay, I don't expect for you to be that college student that sits in their dorm room every single day and doesn't do anything fun. So of course on the weekends when there are parties that you're trying to go to, how you gonna go if you ain't got no car? Then your friend ain't got no car, like you stuck. And what happened was, one of my well, she's my close friend at the time, at least I thought she was. Our freshman year, like, we knew people, so we asked them, like, hey, can we ride to the party with you? But that got old. Like, first of all, I don't like asking people for anything, so that got old real quick. So I just wasn't, my advice is, if you know you're gonna want to go somewhere, try to have a car. Work on a car while you can. Do stuff like, just work for it while you can, because it'll just save you a lot of stress, a lot of boredom if you have a car. That's just how I see it. Tip number 5, relationships. I think I said in my whole life I've only been in 3 relationships. I didn't get into any relationships in college because okay, so I'm pretty sure people hear this a lot, but college is like a big high school. College is like multiple high schools put together. So in high school, everybody talks. Stuff was spread from one person to another. And then when you try to have a relationship, it's just too much. I'm just gonna say that. Like, I'm not saying that don't give it a try, but first, people like when I was in my freshman year, even my sophomore year, people were coming to college with already been in relationships. I don't have nothing against long distance relationships, because I feel like if you guys have that connection, if y'all really bond and have that connection, then hey, do what it do, make it work. But when you're away from somebody, now I've seen it firsthand. When you're away from somebody, you start entertaining somebody else. I'm not saying that you're going to cheat, but I'm saying you entertain somebody else. Even though you might say it's a friend, you've already, like, that relationship that you had back home has already left, not completely left your mind, but it started to slowly trickle and leave your mind, because you're giving your attention to somebody else. That lets you know that, first of all, long distance relationship is not going to work if your bond is not strong. If the trust is not there, if the bond isn't there, it's not going to work. It's simple. I just don't. So getting into relationships in college, first of all, especially coming in your freshman year, I'm not saying that guys or girls are not going to settle down or try to be in a relationship, but all I'm saying is you're in a new ball game. You're in a whole new park, whole new area with different people. So more than likely, relationships, especially your freshman year, I doubt it's going to happen. Especially within at least the first semester. And I say that because people are getting used to other people. You talk to other people. You're not trying to already be settled down. Or people are not already trying to be settled down. They're trying to mingle with other people. It's so many different people coming from so many different places. So I think that's another thing that makes it hard. Especially when you don't have that mindset to settle down at the moment. You're still young, so you want to explore, you want to meet new people. So I think that's another thing why relationships just kind of, I'm not saying they don't work in college, but at least when you first get there, it's kind of like blah. So one of my last tips is sexual interactions. I've already said that college is like a big high school. Therefore, people who don't care will sleep with multiple people. Don't be that person. If that's you, by all means, do what you gotta do, keep pushing, do what you do. But if you don't like to be talked about and just have a bad feeling within yourself, have respect, have standards, have something. Because I've seen it plenty of times where girls will move one to another. First of all, the way society and the world is set up nowadays, people catch stuff. And it's just, it's not cute. And a lot of people have babies and get pregnant, and it's not even like, oh, she got a baby, she just doing. It's not even like that. It's about the simple fact that you have it when you're not ready. Like, it's a difference when you guys are both came to a decision that you guys are ready to have a child. But if you're not and you just get pregnant, it's just, it brings a lot of unwanted feelings and emotions and stress to your life. And I don't have a problem with people being sexually interactive, but first of all, keep your business on hush. Number one. Number two, know who you're doing it with. Know if they have something. Know if they're clean. All of that stuff. Because all of that takes part into you. Because what you decide to do with somebody else, you're doing to your body. So keep your body as a temple. Understand, have standard, class, all of that stuff. That's all I want to say about that subject. Because that's all I'm going to say about that subject. Be careful. Be careful. So, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any more questions, you want to know some stories from my college experience, if you would like to hear some more stories, hear stories at all, more advice videos, whether it's college, life, anything, don't be afraid to comment or message me on one of my social media platforms. So yeah, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.